And after you leave a like, remember to smash the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet. And remember to hit the notification bell so every time I post a video you can know right away. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. What's up, my YouTube friends, viewers, subscribers, everybody? Welcome back to another banger motivational video. Let's get it. Stop accepting apologies from grown folk. You know why? People know exactly what they're doing. Let me say it one more time in case it didn't sink in. People know exactly what they are doing. So, just in case you didn't know, you know now. So, no matter how much a person hurt you, disrespect you, treat on you, do not accept an apology from an adult. Because let me tell you something. Everybody is fully aware of what they're doing, and everybody think before they do stuff. So, before they apologize to you, you didn't know. So they act however they want to act, and they treat you however they want to treat you. But it was when you snap or something happened and you found out, then they apologize. Because people apologize only because they got caught. They're in the wrong. That's why they apologize. So I strongly recommend, if you are if you are over 16 years old and somebody did something and they apologize and they're like somebody did something to you and they're over 16, I would recommend you accept that apology. You forgive them within yourself and you move on. You don't accept that apology because they know exactly what they're doing. They are fully aware of the effect it's gonna have on you. Before they did something, they thought it through before they did it to you. So if you're with a friend and you got betrayed, that friend sat down and thought through everything before they do it. So before your friend betray you, disrespect you, or ghost you, or you guys were supposed to go somewhere together and they left you behind, they know how exactly it's going to affect you. But it was when you found out, they apologize. Notice when somebody do something, they don't apologize. It's when you found out and then you confronted them and then they're like, oh, I'm sorry for this and this. And no. Garbage. Total garbage. Now, if somebody did something wrong and you didn't know, and then they came forward and sit you down and say, you know what? You don't know, but I apologize because I said this. That's a totally different story. But if you have to go on your own and find out, don't accept that apology. They know exactly how it's going to affect you. When you were crying, when you were hurt, when you're emotionally damaged, they are fully aware of the damage that they were doing to you. And guess what? They did it anyway. They know it's going to hurt you, but they did it anyway. Same thing if you're in a relationship, your partner cheat on you. Your partner is fully aware that if you find out, it's going to affect you, whether you're a guy or a girl, because both guys cheat and girls cheat too. So the fact is, you're in a relationship with somebody and they cheat on you. If you didn't caught them, they keep on doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. But if they came forward and say, you know what, I did this to you and I'm sorry. Totally different story. You may be hurting, but at least your partner came forward and said something. That's a totally different story than you investigating, finding out, you bring it to them, they act defensive, and then they apologize. Garbage. Everyone is fully aware of what they're doing. A baby, before they can speak a full sentence, know exactly what they're doing. That's why when they sit down, they pint all over the place. So even a baby know exactly what they want before they can say, oh, give me that, or give me this, or I need this, or change my diaper. They are fully aware. You have a toddler in the kitchen and they need a fork or a spoon, they're going to point. They need a glass, they need water, they need juice, they're point. So they know what they want. And you're going to tell me that you're sitting down accepting an apology from a grown adult that was fully aware of what they were doing to you, and then they thought about it, then they did it anyways, and then they hurt you, and then you found out that it was them, and then you confronted them, and then they apologized, and you were sitting down accepting that apology. You can forgive them, you just don't have to accept the apology. Because if you don't accept the apology, you're going to have a defenses barrier up. So now it's boundaries. So they did you wrong, you cut them off, and you move on. You forgive them for whatever they did. Because forgiveness is for you, not for the other person. So you can forgive them, but you don't need them to come forward and say, oh, I apologize. Because let me tell you something. When a person did you wrong and you confront them about it, and they, oh, it wasn't me, blah, 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 or they apologize, if you accept that apology, all you're doing is giving them another chance to do it all over again. That's why if you're friends with somebody and they did you wrong and they said don't do it and they apologize and you guys are back good friends again, they do it again. Because apology, if a person apologizes to you and you accept it, to them, it's okay for them to do it better the next time. Same thing in relationships. Your girlfriend cheat on you or your boyfriend cheat on you. You found out, we were fighting, blah, 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 blah. And then they apologize and you say, you know what, it's okay, I accept you the same way, blah, 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 blah. All you're doing is giving them another chance to not get caught. Same thing. If you're working somewhere and you and a coworker have an issue and then they talk to you a certain way and they apologize and you're like, you know what, I accept it, blah, 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 blah. Give it some time. They will do it again. Let me tell you something about apology. If I did you wrong and I apologize for my wrongdoing, I'm apologizing for hurting you the way how I did. I'm apologizing for talking to you the way how I did. And you said, you know what, apology accepted, blah, 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 don't do it again, blah, 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 blah. Just from me looking at you, it's going to be the same thing for me to do it all over again. Because you forgive somebody, like forgiveness is you forgiving them for yourself. But people think when you forgive them for them. There's a difference. So if I did you wrong and you say, okay, I forgive you, blah, blah, blah. From you forgiving me, you're forgiving me for your sake, not for mine. But the receiver, when you said, okay, I forgive you, to them, it's like, okay, oh yeah, they forgive me, blah, 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 blah. We're friends again, blah, 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 blah. But it's only a matter of time before I slip up again. That's why a person can disrespect you and apologize and disrespect you and apologize and disrespect you and apologize. It's what you allow. That's what people do to you. What you tolerate is what will come your way. So if you tolerate nonsense, nonsense will come your way. If you tolerate garbage, garbage will come your way. If you tolerate people that are toxic, they will come your way. That's life, and that's just how it is. And you are fully grown and you are sitting down, whether on the phone or in real life, or you guys meet somewhere, you are sitting down looking at the person that hurt you, that know full well of what they were doing, and they did it anyways. Maybe they were influenced by others. Who knows? Who cares? Not the point. We're talking about the action that they took. So doesn't matter what it is. I've given you guys different examples, but doesn't matter what it is. A person can apologize for anything. A person can steal from you and apologize, and you're like, you know what? It's fine. You give it back to me, it's fine, blah, blah, blah. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Then before you know it, they steal again. That's life. That's how it is. Because you accepted the apology. Let me tell you something. If a person did you wrong, and like I'm saying, you can forgive, not saying you can, you should forgive them, because you will block your own blessing just from having hate in your heart for somebody else. And that's a bad sign. But that's probably for a different story. That's a bad sign. So with that being said, doesn't matter how much a person hurt you, treat you, it doesn't really matter what they do. Above and beyond extreme, when you broke down for at least a month, it took you to bounce back on your feet, doesn't matter. You forgive them, because forgiveness is for you. But the apology, no. Nope. If a 1-year-old know exactly what they're doing, you don't think a grown person in their 20s and 30s and 40s, even 50, you don't think they know what they're doing? Everybody know what they're doing. Doesn't really matter if they say, oh, but I don't know what happened. Nope, they are fully aware. And if you drink with somebody or you smoke with somebody or they're not sober and all of a sudden all that stuff starts to come out, that's what they want to say, but they couldn't bring themselves to say it when they were sober. If you truly want to know how a person feel about you, you need to make them not sober, or you need to make them angry. That's how you know, because people tend to hold themselves back once they're sober, but once they're loosened up just a little bit, everything on the table. If you got that one friend, whenever they drink, they fight with you, they argue with you, they, oh, who you think you're better than me? They've been wanting to say it, but because they're sober, they can't say it. Or there's a disagreement with you and a friend, and then they start going off at you, And you're like, where did all this come from? No, 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 no. It's been there. I don't know why you're sitting down wondering where all that came from. It's been there. Because if a person is jealous of you, they may not say anything until you piss them off. And then you're there sitting down listening to somebody explaining to you what they did to you, knowing the full effect it will have on you. And you're sitting down listening to them, and you're listening to them, and they're apologizing to you, and you sit down accepting apology from a grown person that know exactly what they're doing. How you're telling me you, let me say, you or say at the mall, and your purse or your wallet fell from your bag or your pocket, and you're still walking, and somebody that's behind you, they see it. It's up to that person if they want to take it, steal it, or they want to give it back to you. Because me, I've been a lot of places and see people money, car key, credit card, debit card. I've seen all those stuff, but I don't want it. If that makes sense. So with that being said, back to the story. You're walking, your thing fell, or even your phone fell. Okay? Anything that's valuable fell. I would say your wallet, because that's your card, ID, everything. That's more valuable than your phone. So your purse or your wallet fell. A person see it, they take it up, bunch of cash in it. It's up to that person if they want to give it back to you, or they want to go steal it and go do shopping for themselves. That's up to them. So they pick it up, or they bend down to pick it up, and they turn away. You notice that it was gone. Then when you turn around, you see them picking it up and put it in their pocket, and then you go confront them. And then they're like, oh, I wasn't stealing it, I'm so sorry. And you accept that apology from somebody that picked your stuff up and put it in their pocket? If they wanted to give it to you, they would have said, hey, or they would have picked it up and walk or run to catch you and give it back to you before you even noticed that it was gone. Because I do that sometimes. I've been places, even in the Foot Locker, and people buying stuff, and boom, credit card fell on the floor, and they didn't even know. Nobody. And I'm looking, I'm like, they don't know that this fell. And me, I got a good heart, so I'm not gonna get up and go spend how much money on someone for myself on a bunch of sneakers from somebody else's money. No, because for me, I wouldn't want somebody to do that, even though the money is insured and you can't get it back, and you can get it back. Sorry, but not the point. It's up to you what you choose to believe. Because seeing is believing. If you see somebody picking your stuff up and put it in their pocket and walking away, and then you confront them and they apologize, that's literally them stealing it. But just because they got caught, that's why they're apologizing. So you're going to tell me, you're going to sit down and listen to that person explaining to you that, oh, I didn't know it was yours and blah, 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 blah. But you open it and you see the ID, and that's me, that's my driver's license, and that's my credit card and everything. And you're sitting down listening to that person apologizing to you for what they're doing? No, garbage. Stop accepting apologies from adults. Stop. That's garbage. We're all adults. We're grown. We are fully aware of what we're doing. Before a person do something to you, I'm telling you, they think about it. Nobody get up and do something and they don't think about it. They think about it first before they do it. Somebody else may sit down and help persuade their decisions and say, oh yeah, you should do that, or you should do this to them, and blah, blah, blah. But that's not the point. The point is they thought about it before they do it. So even if somebody else manipulate them to do it, they still do it. They still took that action. And you're sitting down accepting that apology? No. When you found out what's going on, you forgive them for your sake. Don't make nobody else make you stop your blessing. No. You forgive them. Forgive the situation and you move on. Whoever is there, if a person did you wrong and then you see 2 or 3 people beside them, whether you guys are friends, they all know what's going on. So if you forgave one of your friend for treating you unfair, and there's like 2 or 3 there that said nothing, and they're fully aware of what's going on, it's only a matter of time before those friends do the same thing if you accept that apology and let them do it again. Because people only do to you what you allow them to do. Because if they can't reach you, then they can't do it. That's life. A person can't disrespect you unless you make them feel like they can. Because most times when people are comfortable with you, they think it's okay for them to say and do whatever they want. But when you put boundaries up, then all of a sudden you see them, whoa, 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 why are you so sensitive? No, it's not sensitive. Some stuff you can't play with, especially for acquaintance. I'm not going to say friends because friend is more close and like family are close, but acquaintance, people that you see outside every day, but you guys are not friends. Come on. They're going to see you and try to, like, people will literally test to see how far you're willing to take stuff. And then you sitting down accepting apology? No, no, no. They know exactly. Bro, I've said it over and over and over throughout this whole video. They are fully aware of what they're doing. So if your partner hit you, somebody cheated on you, your friend betrayed you, your family did you wrong, they don't care about you, nobody care about you, your people you work, your manager don't give two damn about you, your coworkers don't like you. Let me tell you something. Everybody is fully aware of what they're doing. So all that time you take sitting down wondering why they're doing whatever they're doing and why they're hurting you the way that they are, why are they betraying you? You don't think they know what they're doing? They know what they're doing. They're just still doing it. They know. Or if you have a problem with a family, maybe that family is jealous of you, maybe something happened, I don't know, and you have a problem, and they're like, oh, well, I'm sorry for doing this and blah, 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 blah. You know, family is family. But at the end of the day, they're going to do it again regardless. Because what you allow, that's what comes your way. If you ever sit down for once and think, why is my life full of garbage and why is my life full of nonsense? Everywhere I go is always a bunch of nonsense and garbage and people fighting, people doing this. That's because that's the environment that you're in. That's it. That is it. So if you don't start putting up boundaries, people are going to feel like it's okay for them to get close to you and disrespect you. Because let me tell you something. No one is going to disrespect you. Well, unless they don't know you and there was a problem and they're upset and they came up. But somebody that know you well, like a friend, know you well, and they treat you a certain way, no. They know exactly what they're doing. They know the full effect it will have on you. They know. They know. Let me tell you something about the workplace industry. They always say give your 2 weeks notice before you quit or before you resign. Well, quit is like indefinitely, but before you resign, they always say give a 2 weeks notice before you resign. Okay? So you should let the job know that you will be leaving in 2 weeks. They think that's a mature response for them to be aware of you're going to be leaving, so they need to prepare, they need to hire somebody and everything. But look at this. You slip up at work and then they fire you. They fire you on the spot. You won't be coming back tomorrow. So if you're in 2 or 3 hours of your 8-hour shift, you got fired on the job, boom, that's it, you're gone. So you think that's fair for me to give you 2 weeks notice to let you know I'll be going in 2 weeks? But when you're firing me, you don't let me know that you'll be fired. You don't say, okay, you slip up, I'm going to be firing you. I give you 2 months to get another job. They don't care. If you didn't think about that, I thought about a lot of stuff. So if you didn't think about that not one time, think about it. You need to give your job 2 weeks notice. But when they're firing you, when they're laying you off, they don't give you time to say we're laying you off. Especially if there's no business, they just make the schedule. And then when you look at it, you got less hours. They're not going to say, oh, the business is slow. No, they don't care. So why should I care? You know what I mean? And then when you're resigning, they want you to feel bad that you're leaving so they can have you staying there. See where I'm going? A job is not going to fire you and apologize. But when you're resigning, they come, oh, what happened? Did I do something? And then if you're like, oh, but I don't like the environment, I don't like this, I don't like that, then they will say, oh, we're sorry for this and we're sorry for that. But afterwards, if you change your mind, there's not going to be no changes. So you see where I'm going? You can't accept apologies because it's when you found out, that's when they apologize. That's when they say they were sorry. When you found out, they were not sorry when you didn't know nothing. It's after you put everything together and then you're like, so that's what's going on. And then you confront them, and then they said they were sorry. And let me say it again. It's when they said they were sorry It's when you found out they said that they were sorry. Not before, it's after. So you think it's fair for you to sit down and accept apology from somebody that know exactly what they're doing to you? Hmm? Especially if you're in a relationship and your boyfriend or your girlfriend cheated on you multiple times and then you found out, then they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. You accept that apology, you give them another chance to not get caught the next time. That's the same thing. That's a life cycle. That's just how life is. A person apologizes to you, you accept it. They think it's okay to do it better the next time. That's how people view apologies. They apologize for getting caught. They literally apologizing for getting caught. They're not apologizing for hurting you the way that they did. They're just apologizing for getting caught. That's it. That is it. So you may sit down and think, oh, they said they were sorry and I forgive them. Yeah. You should forgive them. Don't block your blessing. Forgive them, let it go, move on. But you put up boundaries. Those type of people that treat you unfair, they either jealous of you or they don't like you because you keep moving forward. Whatever the case may be, that's their problem, not yours. So what you need to do is, for those type of people, you need to differentiate those type of people, and you need to have a boundaries. Okay? You can get too close to me. You can get too close to me. You can get too close to me. Because the closer a person gets to you, the more comfortable they'll be, and the more they will try to slip up. So if you notice, if you guys are best friends, how much times have your best friends slip up? You guys fight all the time? Like, we're all humans, so people got to fight back and forth all the time. If you're with a partner, something happened, they apologize, back together, boom, they do the same thing all over again. That's why you can be in a relationship and you forgive your partner over and over and over for cheating on you, and they keep on doing it. That's because you allow it. But if they cheat on you and you're like, you know what? Boom, F this, I'm out. Then that's when they will feel the shift. They will feel the difference. Don't accept no apologies from no grown folk that's fully aware of what they're doing to you. They know what they're doing. They know how you're going to feel. They know if you're a weak person, that's going to break you really hard. That's going to take months for you to bounce back. They know. They know you don't like disrespect, and they do it anyways. They know you don't like to be treated a certain way. They still do it. They know you don't like to be cheated on because maybe you got people cheated on you back in the past. They still do it. They still do it. And then they apologize, and you sit down like, yeah, thinking about it. You are just as bad as them. For you to sit down and listen to somebody explaining exactly what they did to you, that's garbage. And then they're going to say, oh, but I did this, but you said this back. No, that's not the point. That is not the point. Because some people will literally treat you wrong and act like you were the one that was at fault. They will literally say, but you said this and you did this after. No, that's not the point. People will be upset at you for responding to them, for affecting you. If that makes sense. They will do you wrong and expect you're going to take it with a smile. But when you blast out at them, then you're the problem for reacting how you did. See where I'm going? That's life. That's the world that we live in. Stop accepting apologies from grown folk. And let me say it one more time before I end this video. They are fully aware of what they are doing. So I hope this message was useful for some of you guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. Your boy will be back doing more stuff. You will enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I post daily on them.